Welcome to the Ho Ho Show, rated the #1 most listened to podcast on Pluto. So join us now as we discuss news, politics, current events, and so much more. So clear the airways and strap in as we defend the Constitution. Because freedom matters.
We are broadcasting live from the Cottage Studio, so welcome to the Ho Ho Show, and as always, I am your host, Ho Ho. So welcome everybody, welcome Spreaker, welcome Twitch, YouTube, Mixer, Periscope, and Facebook. How y'all's doing? Hope you guys are doing good, I really do. And welcome over there in YouTube land, Dave, and welcome Daryl over in Facebook land. So let's see here. I got some updates to give you guys, all right? So, and this is kind of a why not episode. There's been some updates, there's been some developments, and that's pretty much what I want to share with you guys today. Probably shouldn't be all that long of a show, but hey, we'll get through this. It'll be awesome. Oh yeah, that's right. The first thing I was wanting to go over quickly is some of the numbers. The infected numbers and death rate, recovery rate, and serious, because that's something actually that Saturday I didn't share with you guys. I didn't include the serious numbers and, pretty much those percentages, and I was wanting to go through that. And let's see here. I might as well just give you guys a quick view of what I got because, hey, why not? Actually, wait, I don't want to put that on that screen. Let's put it on this screen. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So this is, wow, that is horrible. Let's just get rid of that. I didn't resize that in here whatsoever. So, okay. So, the global numbers, and these are all, I actually updated these today, went on the website not that long ago, got all these updated for you guys. And that's what these are. And so as you can see, you got globally, that went up like 70,000, like right around in there. And we are looking at, don't mind that column E, don't even worry about that. So like globally, we're looking at 4.37% death rate. Recovery, we're looking at about 27%, 27.69. And serious is about 2.86%. Okay, so that's the serious percent and numbers is something that I didn't really look at and share with you guys. And right now, it looks like Spain is the hardest hit with 7.12% of the cases serious. And USA, 1%, Canada, 0.34%, China, 2.85%. So they're pretty well matched with the global percentages on there. So, there's that. And of course, you guys can just go on over to whatever that website is and check all those out. It is ncov2019.live. And you guys can check out all those numbers and look at those. And they do update that, as quickly as they get the information in, they update the website. Now, actually, I did see something that was wrong with that last time because like on, let's just show you, because like on the China one, you got 2314 on serious, 2,314 serious cases. But if you, but if you scroll down to here, where it's got China on there, it's got 2,280 for total serious. So I did see a description, a word right there, a discrepancy. Yeah, there we go. I did see a discrepancy in that, but I haven't looked any other, I haven't seen any other discrepancies like that. But, I don't know if that was just an inputting error or what that was. But, there you go on that. So there is some articles in here that I definitely wanted to talk with you guys about. So one of them is about the coronavirus checks explained. Now, here's kind of the thing, though, because a lot of stuff is going on like really, really quickly. And, a few of these stories revolve around, oh, crap. Okay, hold on. There we go. A few of these stories revolve around just everything that's going on with the bills, the House bill, the Senate bill, the redoing another Senate bill to, and all the negotiations that's going on and whatnot. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on, and it is just like, holy crap, going fast. So it's kind of hard to keep up with. I'm going to be honest with you. It's kind of hard to keep up with because you hear something and it's like, okay, so which bill is this that they're talking about? What's going on? What revision is this? So yeah. And hello, Ray, over there in YouTube land. Good to see you, sir. So, all right. So the first one I'm going to go into is this article from Vox, and it is the headline is the $1,200 coronavirus checks explained. So, and there's all kinds of information in here, but basically is what it's talking about is a $1,200 check for each adult. I'm looking at this right here. And then with each children, $500. And for higher incomes, the dollar amount that you get drop off. So like anything over, the phase out. So anything over $75,000 of your your adjusted gross income, the AGI, it drops off $100 until it phases out completely. And it's supposed to phase out entirely at $99,000 for singles. And then there's other, dollar amounts in there depending on how you file, how many dependents you have. Well, like filing jointly, filing married, filing single, filing married, filing head of household, and that kind of stuff. And there's even a graph in here as far as what it looks like, drawn up on a graph. So there's that. And it looks pretty decent, but this actually was, another aspect of this that I did think was something that I didn't think was actually being thrown in here. So like with what I was reading, I'm not exactly sure where this bill, where this information comes from. It's the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Securities Act, CARES. Or the phase 3 coronavirus bill. So again, I'm not exactly sure where this one actually came from, but considering some of the language in here is kind of telling. Headed to Elmira, New York on I-88. This won't be fun. Good luck to you, Dave. It sounds like you've been having truck issues a lot. It's just, I hope those kind of get better for you. I really do. Those are kind of a pain. Actually, those are very much a pain. But anyway, some of the provisions in here that I seen, and so, I mean, I think this was the Senate bill that they did, not the House bill that they did. I think this is the Senate bill that they did. But one of the things that it sounds like is that only people, because, from where they're gathering the information on where they're going to send the checks out to, I mean, it sounds like they're going to be, they're talking about sending them out through like the EBT, sending them out through, different Social Security Administration, even, some of those places like that. They're talking about, basically they're going to match it if you haven't filed your 2019 taxes with matching it to your, as far as your pay goes, matching it to your 2018. But here's some of the things about this, because there's no like phase in. It's just straight across the board. This is how much they're given. So there's no phase in as far as you have to make a minimum amount of money in order to get the $1,200. Okay, so that's bonus. Okay. Another thing that they're talking about is, you're getting it through your IRS, through filing your taxes. So it's kind of one of them things that, from what it looks like, you've got to file taxes in order to get this. And I know one of the things that they were talking about in the original Senate bill, because a lot of confusion in this. Okay, I'm just saying, a lot of confusion in this. I'm just as lost as you guys are. Just going to be honest with you, But I know one of the things that the Republicans were irritated about, and one of the provisions that they wanted to throw in there was no relief money to people whom are non-citizens. So, of which case, if you're not filing taxes, then you're probably not a citizen. I don't know what type of thing on there that, I hadn't seen anything else, talking about that in this article, but from what it sounds like, this one is probably the Senate bill. Now, here's the thing though. They voted this puppy down twice. Okay. I know they voted it down, I guess a second time because Mitch McConnell, he was working on things, trying to get things done after they sent everybody home on, I'm guessing Friday. And, I guess whenever Nancy Pelosi came back, the came back the very next day or yeah, whatever. Anyway, whenever she came back, I guess she sent like a memo or talking to people and they were like, no, we're not doing this. We're not agreeing to this. We're not negotiating on this. This is not the bill that we want. So vote it down. And this puppy, it looked like, now I don't know if this was like the first vote or the second vote, because I know Mitch McConnell put it up for a revote today and it was supposed to be voted on like right about 10 o'clock. Chuck Schumer, whenever he was told basically come in and vote, he's like, no, I'm not leaving my office right now. I'm not doing anything before noon. I don't know if he actually ended up voting, but it went down. It looked like 47-47, I believe is what the vote was on that. 47-47. I don't know where the VP was on this, why there wasn't a tiebreaker vote or what. I don't know. 47-47 is what it is, the number that I looked at. So yeah, I don't know if that was the first vote or the second vote. I really don't know. I got to be honest with you. I don't know, but I do know it was shot down. Okay. They're not going through it. Now, an article that I grabbed from, and again, if you guys want to check out these articles, head on over to thehohoshow.com. Click on that newsfeed tab. There you'll see my magazine on Flipboard. And you guys can check out the articles that I got. Now, the only article that I don't have in there that I'm using is this article from Town Hall. Now, you can head on over to my Twitter page as soon as it comes up over here at Ho Ho Show. Ta-da! And this article is relatively close to the top. This one says, here is the far left wish list Nancy Pelosi just blew everything up for. And this is kind of telling. Now, again, I don't think this is anything to do with the first one because I know there was some stuff that was in the first one that a lot of people were like, she's doing all this just because this is stuff that she knows darn good and well she ain't going to get through under the normal processes. So she's wanting to put those in there to, fluff up the bill for Democrat leading agenda. Okay. So here's some of the stuff that she is wanting and put in here. Okay. I'll let you guys look at this list. Yep. Publication of corporate pay statistics by race and race statistics for all corporate boards. A bailout on all current debt at the Postal Service, required early voting, required same-day vote registration, provisions on official time for union collective bargaining, full offset of airline emissions by 2025, publication and reporting of greenhouse gas statistics, that's a hard word to say, for individual flights, retirement plans for community newspaper employees, a federal $15 minimum wage, payment leave, and a study on climate change mitigation efforts to the provisions will apply to the companies and businesses rescued by the bill. Yeah. So that's some of the stuff that they're putting in the new House bill that I'm assuming they're drafting. I'm assuming they're working on drafting this. So here they are putting stuff in there, and this is what's irritating about this. Got to be honest, guys. This is what's irritating about this. You have Nancy Pelosi who goes out there and is like, we can't make this political. We have to do this. We got to do it now and all this other kind of stuff. And it's like federal $15 minimum wage. How many of y'all have ever gone to McDonald's and they screwed up your burger? And they deserve $15 an hour to mess up your burger? How many times have you guys gone to McDonald's and it's like, you get a sandwich and it's just thrown together? It's like, holy crap. There's the picker. Here's my sandwich. That don't look any, they don't match. It's like, it don't match. It don't match. Anyway. And Ray puts in here, it's like, we just talked about that. It's like, I know we did too. But so yeah, here she is putting stuff in here, stuff that has nothing to do with the crisis, nothing to do with, what's going on, and is not going to help small businesses whatsoever. That's the stuff that they're talking about doing. And I love this aspect, the full offset of airline emissions by 2025. Really? Like, we're going to be able to do that in 5 years? And climate change mitigation efforts for all the companies and businesses that were rescued by the bill, making them do something on that. It's like, come on, guys. It's ridiculous. All the stuff that they're throwing in there, and yeah, here it is. We can't play politics. We can't afford to play politics. And what is Nancy Pelosi doing? What is she ordering her far left, representatives and senators to do? Play politics. That's why this stuff is so irritating to me on this. But yeah. Although there was a couple things something that I did hear that kind of surprised me a little bit. Okay. Gotta be honest with you. This kind of surprised me. All right. I guess there was this article comes out of the Daily Wire, came out today. Mitt Romney, nothing in the Senate has shocked me until Democrats voted down the coronavirus relief. Yeah. Basically, their reasoning for this, the reason that they gave was because it was they referred to it as a slush fund for corporations, corporate relief thing, and it's like, guys, you don't understand what's going on. Businesses, companies, corporations, they're being impacted by this a great deal. Okay. And in order, holy crap, I have some messages that I didn't see that I had. Doug Salamone over there in Spreaker Land. How you doing, sir? Now, yeah, he even put in here, don't forget about the carbon reduction requirements for the airline industry. Absolutely. And he put in here something that I neglected to say. This bill that I believe this is the senators. I'm sorry, not the senators. The House Democrats are putting out 1,400 pages. How crazy is that, guys? 1,400 pages. What you couldn't do this in 500 pages. You really had to throw political speech in there to just ridiculous, man. It's like, it's crazy. 1,400 pages. He says, "Hi, bud." Yeah, good to see you over there, man. So yeah, it's crazy. Okay. But one of the reasons why they claim that they shut this down is because it's just a slush fund for corporations. And of which case it's like, dude, look, these corporations that you are talking down about, these are the ones who are providing the jobs for people, So if they're taking an economic hit from this, okay, without this relief, you're risking these companies shutting down, loss of jobs, loss of industry. And it's going to have a huge impact, a huge impact. And that's something that I don't really think they're taking into consideration. I don't think they're taking this into consideration at all. So yeah, this was something that they did, 11th hour thing, whatever. But that is, yeah. But what kind of interested me on this was that this was coming from Mitt Romney. It's like, granted, I don't know a lot about, actually, I'm curious now. I'm curious because there's got to be, So I know I've talked about the Heritage Foundation stuff on here, the scoreboard for people. And I'm actually kind of curious. Let's put this in here. Oh, yeah. Navigate members. Yeah. That's not what I'm wanting. That's not what I'm wanting at all. Okay, I'm going to like navigate this a little bit and find this, and I'll get back with it because I'm actually kind of curious on where, as far with the Heritage Foundation, on how they rank, different members. I'm actually kind of curious on how he ranks on the conservative the ranking. And hello, Mr. Hatman, good to see you. I am doing excellent. Yes, I'm doing excellent, doing very well. So, man, I got a lot of tabs open right now. Okay, that one, I don't really need that one anymore. Yep, there's that number. Okay, so Mitt Romney, that's what I'm talking about. So, yeah, I was kind of, just with some of the stuff that had happened, between him and Trump and with, that kind of stuff, I was actually kind of shocked to hear him say that, making it political. And it's like, yeah, it just kind of shocked me a little bit to see that. I wasn't expecting that out of Mitt Romney. So, and I guess Senator Collins, there's an article in here that she blew up on, on the senators after the vote and it got shut down. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Miss Potato Head herself, has even been, even chimed in with the slush fund on that bill. So that was kind of entertaining. And this actually kind of, I found hilarious too. This is from, I have no idea, Los Angeles Times. Okay. This is from LA Times. And coronavirus has made it abundantly clear the world needs Elizabeth Warren to be vice president. I had to laugh. So we are going to take a quick break, and I got a few other things I'm wanting to, discuss with you guys. And of course, I got that number on Heritage Foundation. I'm going to throw in there. So, all right, guys, just a couple minutes, and I'll be right back. Have you ever had an ailment that a normal over-the-counter remedy just couldn't fight? If this is the case, then boy, have I got the solution for you. Tussin. That's right, Tussin. Cough? Tussin. Cold? Tussin. Runny nose? Tussin. Itchy watery eyes? Tussin. Broken leg? Tussin. Tussin is the ultimate cure-all, guaranteed to stop anything that ails you. Tussin. Available wherever OTCs are sold. Welcome back, everybody. So, all right. So I did look up Mr. Romney's, Senator Romney's score, and I got to admit, I didn't know. I sit corrected. He actually scores a 71% on the scorecard. I'm actually kind of impressed by that. You know, I mean, he very much seemed to me like very much more of a rhino Republican. But 71%, did you? Yeah, that's passing. You know, 69 would be an F. So I mean, he's a D, but I mean, it's still 71%. That's pretty good, I guess. You know, so I was actually a little surprised on that one. I didn't think he would score that high. Wow, I can talk. Really, I can. All right, so I got a couple more things that I'm wanting to touch base on, and this last part, we're just going to throw this out there as a conversation kind of thing. So the phone lines are open, 217-965-6133 if you want to call and be part of the madness. And so this headline is from the Washington Post. Republicans agree with Trump. He's doing enough to fight the pandemic and the impact will be limited. And I so hope that is true. I really do. And the other article that I was looking at was Trump signals, this is from Politico, Trump signals growing skepticism about coronavirus lockdown. So those are two topic conversations, things that I want to talk with you guys about, because how do you feel about that? You know, how do you feel about the lockdown? How do you feel about how, you know, President Trump's been doing with it? Do you really think the impact is going to be limited? And what was that last one? What was it? Yeah, how do you feel about the lockdown? You know, the numbers have been growing. I shared those numbers with you at the beginning of the show. You know, so they have been growing a lot more than what I actually kind of figured they would. I mean, to be honest with you, I figured with people's, you know, awareness of the whole thing, I actually didn't really think they'd be growing all that much, but I was wrong. I really didn't. I mean, dude, it was, you know, Ray on Saturday show, Ray can attest to this. Whenever I updated the page before I did the show and put the numbers in, from the time I did that, which was about 20 minutes or so before the show that I updated it the last time, to when the show was finished, they went up. I mean, not a decent amount. You know, it definitely went up. Thousands, actually, on the global scale. I was like, holy crap. You know, just in a matter of like 2 hours. You know, 2 hours and 15 minutes, 2.5 hours-ish, it went up quite a bit. You know, and so, yeah, I was like, whoa, you know. But the thing that really makes this bad, you know, makes this something to give pause, is one of the things I talked about on Saturday's show is the R naught, you know, being almost 3, because it's 3 times more infectious, which may not sound like a lot, but when you know, take those numbers down, you know, 1 becomes, you know, 3 more, becoming 3 times more and 3 times more. I mean, it's just an exponential growth, you know? So yeah, that's why it's bad. But how do you feel about this lockdown? Because, you know, personally, it's kind of with my thing. It's like, you know, if we exercise, you know, personal responsibility, if we exercise, you know, just personal accountability with things, do your self-quarantining right. You know, of course, do that. You know, if you're sick, stay away from people. You know, if you're showing symptoms, stay away from people. If you start to get bad, go to the doctor. You know, I know with my health insurance company, they have that whole, you know, phone a physician thing. You know, they have that. That's part of the plan. I thought that was kind of spiffy myself, you know. So, I mean, they have that one with those type of options out there. We need to be utilizing those. We really do, but one of the things that kind of concerns me with this is how are people going to be reacting to the lockdown? Because already, like, I've seen this article, about the, Floridians getting arrested because they won't adhere to that, being out there on a beach. It's like, holy crap, guys. I mean, but it's kind of one of the things that's like, I understand it. How long can you lock yourself in your house before you just need some human interaction going on? You need something, you get cabin fever, good movie, by the way. You get cabin fever. You gotta do something. So, I mean, I get that, but that's, and I've been hearing this one too, it's like, get a hobby. That's kind of why I'm doing this, get a hobby. It helps out. But I get the stir craziness, I get that need to have that interaction with people. So it's like, how long does it start to really have, I guess you could say, negative effect on people? How long before people are just like, I'm done, I gotta go. I mean, I don't know. How long can we do this for? It's just, wow, that's where my mind's going on this, So, I mean, I don't want to say I'm skeptic about the lockdown because the numbers are growing, the numbers are growing. So, I mean, there's still that need for that, but it's like, how long do we got to wait? I don't know. And then the other aspect of this, the impact being limited, that one I don't know either, because it's like the longer this goes, the more businesses that are impacted by it, especially whenever you have, our lawmakers in Washington, they can't agree on things, So, I mean, with all that being said, Ray, you just totally screwed up my thought process. Thank you. He put on here, know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. Yeah, looking at that, you just ruined my entire frame of thought. That was great. But, as it continues on, the impact is going to be, one, it's not going to be as limited, and it's going to take us longer to bounce back from it. Now, again, guys, I mean, I know I was talking with Ray about this, a few days ago, that, I think there's going to be a full, maybe not a 100% full, but pretty darn close to a 100% full economic rebound from this once things kind of go back to the normalcy. I really don't think it's going to take that much time to get there. I really don't. I mean, Ray and I was talking, it's like, dude, think about the bars whenever they open back up. It's like, holy crap, then things are going to be packed. It's like, of course they are, and other places too, restaurants, because I was like, dude, this is, I'm thinking about some of the places that I really can't go to right now. And, with the experience, like we talked about, Bill's Toasty, which is an amazing hole in the wall hamburger joint, and great little grease pit is what we call it. It's a grease pit. It's a grease pit, not the healthiest food. Everything is fried pretty much. The things they can fry nowadays, like, holy cow, they don't have deep fried Twinkies, but maybe they should put that on there. Oh my God. He said a bunch of horny drunk people. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, I know, right? But, it's like, dude, because this is making me think, the places that I can't go and for the experience, because, like, yes, Bill's Toasty does still do, takeout orders, but you can't just sit in a restaurant, So it's like, okay, so there's a lack of the experience. It's like, okay, so how many people that are, locked in, can't really go out for the experience? How many people, as soon as this is lifted, as soon as this is leveled off, are just going to go bat, what crazy, and that's kind of part of what I think is going to happen. I mean, that's just my thoughts on that, and I hope I'm right. I really do, because businesses need that, they need that boost. They need that bump. They need that, They need that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, I think we're going to have a bounce back. I really do. But at the same time, the longer this goes on, the longer it's going to take for us to rebound from it. And the longer it goes on, the more of a risk we got of people just not being able to weather the storm. You know, I mean, the longer the storm goes on, the more it's going to impact people, businesses, people, individuals. You know, that's kind of my, I don't want to say what I'm afraid of, you know, but that's my concern. That's my concern. And that's why this stimulus package is so important. You know, I mean, granted, I don't, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, principled conservative here. All right. And I'm going to be honest with you, you know. Wow. Okay. Ray put in here, and I got to let you guys know on this. This is actually kind of funny. Found an article today, strippers in another state doing deliveries. Got to do something to, you know, get a little money going in. You know, you got to do something. That's kind of, that's entertaining, right? Where was my thought process on this? I don't remember. See, you did it again, Ray. You screwed up my concentration. You screwed up my flow. Oh, well, it happens. It happens. You know, that's live shows for you, you know? Okay, but all right, let me try to get back on track. Let me try to get on the train. Let me try to do that. You know, kind of went, but you know, I got nothing. I have no idea where that thought process went. I have no idea. All right, Ray, where was I at? You're good about reeling in the crazy. You're good about that. But yeah, the longer this goes on, the more of an impact it's going to have, the longer it's going to take for us to bounce back from this. Weathering the storm, that's where I was at. You know, because not all businesses, you know, your bigger businesses like Walmart, like name the bigger company, you know. I don't remember. Yeah, thanks, bud. These guys aren't going to have that much of a problem. And that's something that Alex and I was talking about on the other show too, was that, you know, this is, you know, the small businesses, how able are they going to be to weather the storm? You know, I don't know. So, I mean, the longer this goes on, the longer the lockdown is, the more it goes, the longer it's going to take for us to bounce back from it, the more of an impact it's going to have on our economy. And I don't just mean, you know, Wall Street. I mean, just businesses that are open. I mean, here where I live, you know, we've got quite a few small businesses in this town. I mean, we really do. We got a lot, you know. Now, I mean, granted, we're doing what we can, you know, we're doing our part. We're doing what we can. But at the same time, it's like they're taking a hit. Regardless, they're taking a hit. People are fearful. And I get that, you know. Overall, 80% of the people, you know, the recovery rate. Let me get back to that screen. You know, the global recovery rate right now is 2.86. Oh, I'm sorry. No, the global recovery is 26.69%. So 27% is the recovery rate. Death rate right now is 4.37, 2.86% serious. These are global numbers. These aren't U.S. These are global numbers. Okay. The U.S. numbers we're looking significantly better. You know, the U.S. numbers, we're looking at 1.32% death rate, a recovery rate of 1.05. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. You know, so I mean, no, that ain't right. Recovery is 0.7. I can read, really I can. Recovery is 0.7 and the serious is 1.05. So, I mean, you know, 1% of everybody that's sick is classified as serious. So, I mean, you know, globally, 2.86% serious. In the U.S., 1.05% serious, classified as serious. I mean, that's not Can't believe I'm about to say this. That's not bad. I mean, yes, it's bad. When you're looking at it just by the numbers, not by a percentage, it's bad. When you look at the percentage, it kind of helps put it a little bit more into perspective, but it's still bad. Don't get me wrong. It's still bad. I mean, good grief. Italy has a death rate of 9.51 of those that are total confirmed with the virus. So, I mean, yeah, Italy's being hit hard, but even still, like I was saying, guys, the longer this goes on, the more issues we're going to have, the more it's going to hit and impact our economy, and the longer it's going to take for us to bounce back from it. But I do think there will be a bounce back. I really do. I just hope that, our small businesses can weather the storm. So I mean, whatever you can do, and I know that, Alex was talking about this the other day, that whatever you can do to help out a small business, do it. There's a lot of people in this town that, we're doing that. We're helping out the small businesses, so yeah. What the time say to the... No, I'm not repeating that, Ray. I am not repeating that at all. Well, guys, that's really all I got for you. Did you guys like the new intro video? For those of you that are watching on the various platforms, I kind of dug it. I thought it was neat. I really did. I thought it was kind of cool. So anyway, you guys have yourself a wonderful evening. Good night. Sleep tight. And if the bed bugs bite, well, by golly, bite them back. Until next time. This has been The Ho-Ho Show. For more information, you can head to thehohoshow.com. And for the merchandise store, you can head on over to stinkpickle.com. That is stinkpickle.com. Until next time.